It's no secret that our teens are facing a mental health crisis. The isolation and challenges caused by the lockdowns and restrictions during the pandemic have caused sky-high anxiety and depression in our adolescents and teens. The Virginia Children's Theater is confronting this crisis head-on with Apologies, a play intended for teenage audience that deal realistically with a teenage girl's unexplained suicide. The play tackles the difficult question survivors are left asking: why did she kill herself? Well, this morning here on Living Local, we are joined by Brett Roden, Virginia Children's Theater producing artistic director, and Heather Lanza, the play's director. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Morning.
You know, such a heavy topic, but such a necessary topic, because unfortunately we are hearing this time and time again regarding our young people. So let's begin with a little bit more on the message of the production Apologies. Heather, tell us more about it.
Yeah, so Apologies follows the story of one young person, Jennifer's sort of journey and struggle with her own mental health and depression as she attempts to try to navigate understanding her own feelings and make different outreaches and touchstone moments for help sort of with her family and friends and school community. And I think that while the play really is Jennifer's story and sort of, you know, her personal struggles sort of leading up to her making the choice to take her own life, I think it really is actually a play that is really, you know, asking both adults and young people to kind of think about the ways they can show up and be a support for the people in their life, especially right now with everything the last 2 years has been throwing at us. You know, I think really making sure that we are being able to approach the teenagers in our lives with, you know, love and support and open ears, regardless of our age or relationship to them, is really important, and really kind of what the play is, you know, calling into question and asking the audience to think about.
Yeah, and honestly, you know, these are things parents, those who work with young people need to not just think about, but recognize it's a real thing. And I know, Brett, that you all are always focused on issues and concerns of young people, and this is no different, as this is part of the VCT for Teens project. For anyone that's not familiar with that initiative, tell them more about VCT for Teens project.
Absolutely. I think that it's so important to our organization because it not only tackles those conversations with the teens, but the conversations with the families. These are conversations that are not easy to have with your teen. And if you are not a mental health professional or have been guided by a mental health professional, it can be tricky to have these conversations, and you don't want to steer them in the wrong direction or say the wrong thing. So the beautiful thing about theater, I always say, is when our audience enters the theater, our job is to touch them, make them laugh, make them smile, make them cry, make them feel sad, make them feel some sort of emotion that changes them. And with this VCT for Teens program, that is our goal, to truly change them when they enter our theater. And it exposes them to this topic that's hard, and it does it in a vulnerable way that theater allows us to express emotions and bring up conversation. And that's the wonderful thing about VCT for Teens, is we present this topic in this theater piece, but we always have mental health professionals there after the shows to guide conversation and talk about these things with not only students, but with their families, so they know how to have these conversations at home.
Absolutely. Heather, as the director of this play, why is this project so close to your heart?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, when I was a teen and when I was a young person, I struggled with my own issues with mental health and depression, and sort of watched a lot of my friends kind of have those same struggles as well. And I think we're living in a really different time where we're obviously seeing a huge uptick in the need for support from our young people. I work actually as a director of education for a theater company called Waterwell up here in New York. and really, you know, spend a lot of my time every day working with teenagers and just really kind of watching, you know, not just their struggle over the last couple of years, but their resiliency to really want to push forward and support each other and make not just their own lives better, but the world better, is really inspiring. And it really feels kind of like a call to really make us all kind of, or me, want to step up and really make sure that, you know, I'm being the ally that I can be for our teens, and that we're really kind of helping other teens and families and adults really think about how they can do that as well. So it's really, I think, really important always, but now especially for sure.
Absolutely. Well, we want to encourage those who are watching, if you have a teen or adolescent or know someone with someone in that age group, please mark your calendars for the production of Apologies. It takes place at North Cross School on February 25th and 26th. Thank you guys for doing this production to make it, and hopefully it starts conversations before it's too late. So thank you for sharing with us today.
Absolutely. Thanks, Kianna.
Thank you.